Hi, my name is Wendy Hayden, and I am the author of What Your Doctor Didn't Tell You About Childhood Constipation. And today we're going to talk about using Epsom salt and an Epsom salt bath specifically as a way to help your child have a bowel movement. So if your child is struggling with constipation, then giving them a warm Epsom salt bath can be a great way to help them have a bowel movement. And this can be very effective, especially if you have a child who's a withholder. So it works in a couple ways. The warm bath is soothing and relaxing. It takes their mind off of things. So that's always really good, especially with withholders, because as soon as you start getting anxious about them having a bowel movement, then they get anxious and they feed off of that, and it can lead to more withholding. So the more attention that gets paid to that, the more stressed out everybody ends up being, and the more likely the child is to withhold. Whereas if they're just in the tub and they're playing and they're relaxing, then often they will relax enough to have a bowel movement. Now the warning is sometimes they'll have that bowel movement in the tub and they don't make it out. But if you are concerned about your child having a bowel movement, then while it's a pain to have to clean out the tub and bleach everything and everything like that, sometimes it's just such a relief that they got it out that it is worth any amount of cleaning and to get it out. So when you add Epsom salt to that warm bath, the way this helps is Epsom salt is actually magnesium sulfate. And so magnesium sulfate is really well absorbed through the skin. And when you have a lot of magnesium, it's very relaxing to your muscles, and it works really well to help with chronic constipation or even temporary constipation. If this is just a one-off thing, it can really help, because as your child's system gets flooded with magnesium, it helps them to have a bowel movement, relaxes all those muscles, and makes it easier for the stool to come out. So the way you do it is you're going to add somewhere between half a cup and 2 cups of Epsom salt to your bath. Now, I just bought this at the local store. You can also get organic Epsom salt, which is always good to get organic. But what you want to make sure is, and the reason why I bought this one so that I could show you, is that it's got directions on it to use it as a laxative. And if it's got those directions, what that means is it's safe for internal use. So it's not going to have any chemicals or any additives in it that your child could absorb that's going to make them sick. So it's always good to look for one that has directions on it of how to use it as a laxative, even if you're not going to have your child ingest it, because for one thing, little kids, we all know they do it. They drink their bath water, which if you're trying to get them to have a bowel movement, it can actually be super helpful if they're drinking, their bath water and it's got Epsom salt in it, because then they're getting some of that magnesium sulfate by mouth. And so it's no big deal at all. But if you have, sometimes they'll have like artificial scents in them and artificial ingredients and things, and then it's not safe to drink. So you want to really make sure that it's going to be safe for your child. So you're going to add that half a cup to 2 cups into the water. I generally added 2 with my son when he was little, and the body's just going to absorb what it needs. You're not going to be able to overdose because you put too much magnesium Epsom salt bath. That's not going to happen. And let your child play in it. Let them relax. Let them, it'll help soothe their tummy. It's going to help relax them. And when they get done and you get them all warmed up afterwards and you get them dressed again and they're all happy and cuddly, then you just try time. Just have them just sit on the potty for a couple minutes. You don't want to do it too long. I have a whole video on try time that I will link to down in the description below. You don't want to make a big deal out of it, but often after that warm bath, they will, if they didn't have one in the tub, often you can get them to have a bowel movement sitting on the potty after they have had that Epsom salt bath. So that is one really good option. Now, beyond Epsom salt, there's another thing that you can use, which is these magnesium bath flakes. This is magnesium chloride, and it works slightly different than the magnesium sulfate that's in Epsom salts. So the Epsom salts are great. They're really good for detoxing. So if you have a child with autism, it can be a great way to get magnesium into your child, and also it can help release the detox pathways with using that Epsom salt bath. So that's really great. But sometimes you want to try some different things, and one of the other options is to use the bath flakes like this. That's magnesium chloride. What I like to use the magnesium chloride for is that you can make a magnesium oil that you can apply topically. And it's pretty expensive. This bag is for one bath and it's about $10. But if you get that bag, and I've got a recipe that I'll link to below in one of my articles on how to make this magnesium oil or magnesium cream, and it's so easy. And once you make it, then you can do a massage on your child. So you can use it for a bath for sure. But you can also make that magnesium oil and you can massage on their tummy, and this can help your child to have a bowel movement as you massage, and it starts to move the stool around, move the gas around in their tummy, and it helps them to have things move through and to be able to have a bowel movement. And the magnesium helps as well, and like I said, it relaxes muscles and things. So that's really great. And so these are both really good tools to have in your toolkit and have with you at your house, so that if your child has not had a bowel movement in a day, maybe that night before bed, you try to have them have an Epsom salt bath, have them try time, see if they can have a bowel movement. If it doesn't work, then the next morning you try again, having them sit on the potty when they get up in the morning. And if that hasn't worked, then you need to have another intervention, because you don't want your child going longer than a day and a half without a bowel movement. Ideally, they're going to have 1 to 3 bowel movements a day. So I have a free workbook that you can download. There's a link down in the description below, and you can chart the interventions that you're doing and what effect it's having on your child's bowel movements, to try to find a protocol to help them to be able to go every single day, because you want them to have 1 to 3 bowel movements a day. And this can seem overwhelming if your child's only going every few days or even once a week, but it is critical that we work towards getting them to have those daily bowel movements. So like I said, go down below, sign up for that. I'll send it to you, and it's got lots of good information that'll help you out. And I hope that you found this video helpful, and thank you so much. Click the like button below if this video has been helpful to you, and hit subscribe. And if you'd like to be notified of the videos when they come out, click the little bell, and then YouTube is going to email you and let you know when a video, or they'll notify you in YouTube when a video comes out. So if you're looking to improve your family's gut health, I've got lots of information. And if you have a question, please comment below. Let me know what you're struggling with, what sorts of things that maybe I can make a video that'll help other people, because if you've got that question, I guarantee other people have it as well. And I will try my best to help you and answer that question. So thank you so much.